guys remember Gap, the clothing store? Well, they're gonna be franchising some of their stores. This is big news, so stick around. All right, so I actually learned something that was very interesting in making this video. Did you know that Gap owns Banana Republic, Old Navy, and Athleta? Now, Athleta, I don't even know if I pronounced that the right way, but that's just how I'm gonna pronounce it. I've never even been into one of their stores, but apparently people like it. And if it's like athleisure wear, then it's probably pretty expensive. I just tend to wear like shorts. I wear mostly Under Armour pretty much. But anyways, I'm digressing. If you're new to this channel, I've owned multiple franchise locations, and I make a lot of videos on franchising and explaining how franchising works, and for people that want to quit their jobs and open a franchise, buy a business, all that good stuff. So I thought this would be a fascinating article and topic to cover because Gap is such an iconic brand, and the fact that they're going to be franchising is a big deal. But there is a catch, and there's something important that you need to know about it, and I'll tell you a little bit later on in the video. But let's talk about this. So Gap confirmed that they plan to exit the UK and Ireland, which is a huge deal because they've actually been operating in the UK since 1987 and Ireland since 2006. So Gap is actually going to close all of its 81 stores in the UK and Ireland stores, which will result in about 1,000 jobs lost. So, you know, that's obviously pretty sad that they're going to be closing their stores, but like technology is changing, life is changing. There's all these competing brands. I mean, with the internet these days, think about this as an example. Maybe years ago, 10 years ago, I may have gotten my clothes from Gap or from Banana Republic. Now, actually, my entire outfit, this shirt, these shorts, and these shoes are all from, and I did not time this. This just so happened to work out for this video. These are all from a company called Stately, and it's from, I might bleep that out because they don't sponsor me, and I don't know if I should be promoting them. I'm just kidding. But their clothes are great, and it's like a subscription service. I forget, I think I pay like $150 every couple of months or something like that, and they send me a box of clothes and shoes and all sorts of stuff, and it's a great way for me to not have to go shopping. Anyways, I'm digressing again. Those are competitors to places like Gap and all those different things. So it's not a surprise that they're dying down. But here's the interesting part. Here's the whole part about why I made this video is that, so in France and Italy, Gap intends to transfer part of their business to interested third parties, which could very likely mean franchising, and probably will mean franchising. So if you were thinking about, ooh, maybe I can own a Gap in the United States, it's probably not gonna happen. I think overall, the retail brand is stronger here in the US, but if you're in France or Italy, you might have a shot. Now, keep in mind that Gap already franchises in 35 countries with more than 460 stores. Did you know that? I had no idea before reading this article that Gap had franchise locations. It just shows how prolific and big franchising is. Most people don't know much about franchising at all. It's just like this term that we use, and we don't realize how popular the concept is, and how brands like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Domino's, you know, some of the biggest brands that you can think of are franchises. Marriott, that's a franchise. So very interesting. Now, the bad news is that Gap had to create what's called their 2023 power plan. And the 2023 power plan is because, partially due to the pandemic, they closed 204 stores permanently in 2020. And it also plans to close 30% or 350 locations in North America by 2024. So, as you think about, okay, this business is starting to die out, it's becoming a dying brand, Gap, that creates opportunity because that means that there are brands that are going to replace it. There are companies and industries. So as you're watching this video, think about what are the trends? What's happening? Where is the world going in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? How can you put yourself or get involved in a business that is part of the trend, the upward trend now, may not be the hot thing now, but maybe later on. Get ahead of the trend, get one step ahead. So with that said, they're gonna be talking about trends. They're gonna be opening up new locations of Old Navy and Athleta, hoping to open at least 50 locations by the end of 2021. I'm making this video July 13th of 2021. So they're focusing on the trends of the fact. So what does this mean for you? Well, Gap is really focusing on building their brands that are working, that they see that are trending up. And so according to this article, at some point in the near future, Old Navy and Athleta alone will represent 70% of the revenue of the Gap's holding company, bringing Gap and Banana Republic down to less than 30. Fascinating. It's the ebb and the flow of life. Ebb and the flow. Tide comes in and goes out, tide goes in and goes out. And unless brands are constantly innovating, they don't survive. So anyways, they're not gonna franchise in the US. It's gonna be in France and Italy. They already do it in over 35 countries. So what do you think? What do you think of this video? Also subscribe if you wanna learn more about franchise ownership. Hit the like button, it helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you go to my website, I have a 28-page PDF ebook that's for free. It's called my 7-Step Blueprint for Business Profits in 60 Days. You can grab it for free. I wrote it after investing over $300,000 opening up my first franchise juice bar, getting it profitable in less than 2 months. And I thought, man, this would be very helpful to share with people how I did that. And so I did it. You can go to tariqjohnson.com and get it, and I'll see you on the next one.